Hey guys, welcome back to Piney Projects. My name's Dan. Today we're gonna mess around with the C10 a little bit. So you saw in the last video we got it here in the new shed. So first things first, what we're gonna do, we're gonna take the last of this little bit of suspension off the back here, pull the axle out and the springs and the trailing arms. We're gonna get the frame up on sawhorses so we can start getting it prepped for paint. Now, way back when, one of the last things I ever did with this, these cab mounts were completely rotted out. So I had a local welder weld new plates in, except now we don't have the holes. So I think, looking at LMC, they're very affordable. I think we're just going to go ahead and cut these out. Same with the radiator support mounts. They were completely rotted out. It's hard to tell on, but he welded some new steel on there. But these things are just so easy. They're just riveted on. So let's just cut the rivets off, and we'll just order new ones. This way we can go ahead and get it primed and painted underneath too, and just go new. So, all right, let's get started. All right, so we got her up on some crummy old sawhorses here, so it's a little bit easier to work on. Got the rear axle and trailing arms disconnected. I did, however, I found two new problems that I was unaware of that we're going to have to address, and now's the time. So underneath the frame here, I don't know if this is going to show up on camera, there is quite a bit of rust jacking going on between, this just looks like it's just a support plate, and you could see up in here it's rust jacked out. And here it's pretty bad, but there's just 5 rivets. I could just take those rivets out, take this plate out, clean it all up underneath, and install it back. It is rust jacked over here too. We're gonna have to address this. This one's a whole lot worse, which is this cross member here. But it looks like up here, this is just a secondary piece. So again, 4 rivets, and that'll come out, and we can get all that cleaned out. You can see up in here, that plate on the other side, it's gathering some junk up in there. So let's take those plates off and get all that cleaned up. The other problem I did notice, which I don't know, I guess I didn't expect much different, but the rear differential, we got some rust holes going through. So I was planning on rebuilding this anyway, but I'm hoping with these holes in there, I'm hoping that there's enough stuff in there that's in good shape that we can rebuild it, and that the axle tube isn't filled up with water. But that's a video for another day. So let's get into this frame here. We'll take these cab mounts, radiator mounts, and these panels here off, and get her cleaned up. All right, so we got all the cab mounts off. Wasn't too terrible. That one up there put up a bit of a fight, but they're all off and nice and clean. So that's another step down. Next up is the radiator ones. These are going to be a little bit more of a challenge because I can't quite get the grinder in on those top 2. They're way in there. The bottom 2 I can get, so the inner one's probably going to have to get from the inside of the frame. I'm going to try my absolute best not to mess the frame up. So Alright, so that really wasn't bad at all. A little tiny bump with the grinder there, but you'll never be able to see that when it's out, or when it's all painted rather. Anyway, not a problem at all. Now, this side, I have to wait for some batteries to charge up. My my DeWalt batteries need a good charging, so we'll be back. Alright, while the batteries are charging up, I figured I'd climb in here and dig out some of these suspension parts that we're going to need. Right up in here, kind of hard to see, but there's two transmission mounts, or cross members rather. I'm not sure which one we're going to need. We got to get those out of there. And then in here, oh boy, we've got the control arms and sway bar, power area, steering. Oh man, it is absolutely embarrassing. This is what happens with 30 years gets in between a project. This is absolutely embarrassing, but I don't know. We got to take it a step at a time. Have to dig in here and get this stuff out of here and see where we're at, what we have, and what parts we need to get. So let's get to it. Okay, all right. So all the batteries are charging. I said before I was going to dig out some of the stuff from the other shed. So here's what I come up with. I got two transmission cross members here. I am nearly positive that this one was the original. The truck originally was equipped with an inline 250 with a 3 on the tree, and somewhere through the years my dad did a 350 swap, and I'm nearly positive that's the one for the 350, but I'll have to triple check on that, but that's what I'm pretty sure. We've got the lower control arms and upper control arms and springs. They all seem to be in good shape. Obviously we got to change the ball joints out, but they seem to be good shape. Obviously the hubs here, they're trash. They're gonna have to get changed. They're no good. The stabilizer arm for the rear axle is good shape. We actually have, this truck was equipped with heavy duty helper springs on the rear, so we're probably not going to need them, but I'm going to put them back on because truck came with them originally, so why not? And we've got the steering knuckles and front spindles. I'm pretty sure they're trashed. I don't know. I'm going to have to do some checking on those. The spindles are no good, but I don't know if everything else is salvageable or not, but I don't really feel comfortable with those, so they'll probably get changed, get new ones. And then we've got the steering box here, manual steering. We're going to keep it manual, and then the sway bar for the front. So that should be everything that we need essentially for a rolling frame. So the plan is we're going to wire brush this down like there's no tomorrow, and then coat the whole entire thing with chassis saver. So I also found the glove box door from the original cab. It's going to be practically impossible to see on here, but I'll read it off for you. Came with the Chevy 505 dark green. Came with front and rear shock absorbers, front heavy spring, auxiliary spring equip, heavy duty battery, green vinyl trim, front stabilizer, heavy rear springs, heavy duty clutch. So pretty interesting. Not overly equipped with a lot of stuff, but a couple unique things in there. So I also found this box of parts. Haven't looked in this box in 30 years, and I wanted to save it for you. The box is actually completely stuck to the step, rear step. I don't have any idea what's in here, so let's check it out. looks like it's used. Brand new lock and gas cap. Gross. It looks like some kind of rubber bushings. I don't know what that is. Lower A-arm bumper. Cushion. They're just some clips. This stuff is so stuck in here. 71 parts truck door parts. Exactly what they are. Door handles. Lower A-arm bumpers. What do we got here? A bunch of bumpers and clutch pad. I think these, yep, so these are the control arms that I bought brand new forever ago. Still should be good. Yep. Yeah. And some surface rust, but not bad. So we don't have to get those. Another set there. Original trim. Another set of arms. Looks like we got some new, again, surface rust, but new U-bolts for the front. So we do have some good stuff in here. Have to get a whole lot more, but not bad. This is fighting and fighting and fighting. I don't understand. I would have thought that every single rivet on this would have been made out of the same exact metal. But I swear, some of these rivets are made out of harder steel. Some of these rivets you hit with the chisel and the head literally just pops right the heck off. Other ones you just beat and beat and beat, and oh man, this is killing me. Alright, I want to take a break, take a drink, and get back to it. Alright, we're almost there. You can see the rust coming out. I'm really glad we're getting in here and getting this solved. This rivet right here, this stupid thing is fighting me, putting up a stink. Hallelujah. After a few choice words, we got it out. There it is. So I'm really glad we got this piece out. The frame itself is great. It's literally just all this junk in here. And we'll get that all needle scaled and cleaned up real good. This piece here is fine. No problems at all. I'm going to pop the rest of the rivets out. So all I got left is this piece here, which got the bottom two rivets. Just working on the top two here. I'll bring you back when we get that piece out. Boy, did that put up a fight, but we won. So here's the piece. It's in great shape. There's nothing wrong with it. It was what went under here. There we go. So the piece went under here for the cross member, but even the bottom of the frame, just rusty, but nothing's poked through. It's in fantastic shape, but I'm really glad that we got these two pieces out of there. Here's the other one. So I'm really glad we got those out of there. Clean this all up, all that rust jacking and everything. So we still have the other side to do. You can see there we've got those two pieces to take out, but I'm going to call it quits for today. It's starting to get a bit dark. I'm out of battery juice on the grinder, so it's a good stopping point. But we got a lot done today. I'm very happy. The cab support mounts are off. Radiator support mounts are off. One side of these bad areas are out, and we got all the parts moved in from the other shed. So we're going to call it quits here, and we'll come back another time, finish up some more.
Hey guys, new day here. Had a hour or so after work to work on the C10 a little bit. I wasn't going to bother recording any of it, but I ran into a bit of a problem. So I came up here to grab the camera to show you guys what's going on. So let's get down there. I'll show you what the problem that we ran into is. Okay, so here's what we got going on. I came over here to take these last two brackets off this side of the frame, get the rivets all drilled out, and unfortunately, it's a little tough to see, this hole right here, not supposed to be there. So unfortunately the cancer did get through the frame rail, which it's in a awesome spot to, yeah, there you go, that's a little bit better view right there. So it's really not that big of a deal. It can be welded up, it can be patched in without any real difficulty. The problem is I don't have electric over here. The electric's up at the house where my welder is. So unfortunately we're going to have to somehow load this frame into, I guess, my pickup truck and bring it up across the road so we have power, so we can get that patched and welded. Alright guys, this is about as good a spot as any to call the video. I was hoping to have the frame cleaned up and painted and everything by the end of the video, but that bad spot in the frame having to be welded kind of threw a monkey wrench into it. We got to get it up here this side of the road for the electric so we can, run the welder. So anyway, my daughter and I really appreciate you guys. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe,